gathering ahead of tonight's special city council meeting here in Vista as the city council will vote on policies that limit ICE cooperation in the city.
Looking at showers in the forecast, a few lingering ones as we go into tonight, but we are in store for another storm system and some heavier rainfall. Those details coming up.
Could the Del Mar Horse Park soon be going away? I have more on tonight's meeting at the Del Mar Fairgrounds.
New data shows San Diego police staffing shortages are causing longer response times.
The man who went on a rampage inside a Santee Great Clips was sentenced in court today. How many years he'll serve in prison?
It's a major update on that pet cremation business that shut its doors without warning. The owner has now been evicted. We'll tell you where things go from here.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
The Vista City Council is meeting tonight to decide on limiting local law enforcement from helping in federal immigration enforcement, among other so-called sanctuary city policies. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. That council meeting is happening right now. CBS 8's Steffi Roche joins us live from Vista with the latest. Steffi?
That's right. The city council meeting, it just began about 30 minutes ago, and a vote is expected on limiting ICE cooperation. And supporters of the measure, they started gathering around 4 o'clock outside City Hall, chanting, dancing, and playing music. Council members Dan O'Donnell, Corinna Contreras, and Katie Melendez proposed the suite of policy changes, the Community Safety and Due Process Resolution, which includes disseminating Know Your Rights information and making a city-backed website with the same information, prohibiting federal law enforcement from conducting immigration enforcement in non-public city-owned or city-controlled properties without a warrant. And the item passed on its first reading 3-2 on September 23rd, with Mayor John Franklin and Councilman Jeff Fox opposing it. Ahead of the meeting, Mayor Franklin held a press conference. He argues that Vista becoming a sanctuary city could impact federal funding.
We are not a sanctuary city today. After tonight's vote, unfortunately, we might be unless we can change one of the council members' minds. So, yes, the administration has made very clear that federal funding, and the city of Vista does receive more than $1 million in federal funding, and that funding could absolutely be at jeopardy because of this symbolic action tonight. It's symbolic, except it's not. It's going to have real-world consequences.
We'll have more on this vote and more from supporters of the measure tonight at 10 on the CW and 11 on CBS. For now, reporting live from Vista, I'm Steffi Roche, CBS 8.
All right, looking forward to that vote. Thanks, Steffi. Tonight at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, the future of an iconic piece of property is up for debate. City leaders say it could be the perfect spot for affordable housing, but others argue it would come at too high a cost.
CBS 8's Alex Cheney is live as neighbors gather to share what they want for the fairgrounds' future. Alex.
Yeah, that's right. That meeting is just about to get started here at the Sound, which is a concert venue at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. At stake tonight, the Del Mar Fairground board members want to take part of the fairgrounds and turn it into affordable housing. However, on the other side, those that work at the horse park say it is just not a great idea.
Now that the train tracks won't be going under the fairgrounds, Del Mar Fairground board members are once again open to the idea of building affordable housing on their property.
The city believes that this would be a potentially viable site for affordable housing. That's ultimately up to our board.
The city of Del Mar has a state-mandated goal to create more housing, so they've contacted the fairgrounds about using some of their land to build between 50 to 60 affordable housing units.
So the city of Del Mar has asked us. We are looking into it.
To make room for the new housing units, the fairgrounds would have to make space. That could impact not only the fairgrounds, but also the Del Mar Horse Park and the Surf and Turf Recreation Center.
It's a wonderful place for horses and dogs and kids and the public and everybody to enjoy, and it's beautiful open space.
Carla Hayes is a co-founder of the Friends of Del Mar Horse Park and says the horse park is a staple of the community. She also says the area doesn't have the infrastructure to support housing units.
And there's no sewage that is really here good enough for any kind of build.
The Friends of Del Mar Horse Park say the park benefits the community with its shows and is an icon for North County, bringing in residents and visitors from all over.
And it really makes San Diego County very, very special, especially North County. People move here specifically to be close to Show Park. And so, or they'll buy houses here. So we add a lot of money to the community.
I would say there's about 100 community members here right now as the meeting is about to start. I'll bring you more tonight at 7. I'm Alex Cheney, CBS 8.
Thanks, Alex. Well, you can say goodbye to free parking at Balboa Park. The San Diego City Council voted late today in favor of adding a parking pass system. The decision came after 2 hours of heated debate and dozens of public comments opposing the fees. The new rates will start in January and will vary depending on where you live. City of San Diego residents will pay $30 for a monthly pass, $60 for quarterly pass, or $150 for an annual pass. The council previously approved a daily rate of $8. For non-residents, people who don't live within the city of San Diego, they can expect to pay double, $60 for a monthly pass, $120 quarterly, and $300 annually. They will also be charged a daily rate of $16. The city says the fees will provide a dedicated revenue stream for park maintenance. All right, some scattered showers swept across the county today, followed by some pockets of sunshine. This is a live look right now at Coronado, where things are looking pretty calm and beautiful for the time being. The bright lights of the Hotel Del just shimmering in the evening darkness, but we are not exactly in the clear just yet. I was trying to be poetic. It looks so pretty out there.
It is a nice scene. Not quite the holidays, not quite Christmas, but it felt like that vibe.
Yeah.
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us now for a look at what we've seen with the rain and how much more is coming in.
That's right. We have seen some additional rainfall totals, so this is not even a reflection of what happened over the weekend, because if you remember, most of the county saw more than an inch of rainfall. On top of that, now we have an additional inch for downtown. You're talking about that, as well as for Miramar with that additional inch, and then also seeing that for Julian. This is over the last 48 hours with the last storm system that we had moving through. It's still overhead. It's making its way towards the east, but definitely dumped some rainfall, and also talking about some more moderate to heavier rainfall prompted flood advisories last night. So we had more than about 3/4 of an inch for Carlsbad. We're at that point, and that was for National City. Now we are looking at some flurries that were happening earlier today in the mountains, and then also that influx of moisture that you're seeing right there for downtown. So that is stretching all the way towards Del Mar. So we are looking at some additional lighter showers in the forecast. Area of low pressure is still overhead, so we are looking at that activity really starting to dry out as we go into late tonight all the way through tomorrow. We take a nice little break, but we are gearing up for more wet weather and even some gusty winds. So Thursday and Friday look to be weather impact alert days because of slick roads and potential minor street flooding again. We'll take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Carlo.
Thanks, Carlene. And as always, you can find our extended weather forecast on CBS 8+. Download on your TV and watch for free.
New numbers out today reveal a widening gap in the San Diego Police Department's response times. Quick for emergencies, but slower for many other calls.
CBS 8's Brian White is live at San Diego Police headquarters with what's causing these delays. Brian.
Yeah, these numbers really paint a clear picture. SDPD is hitting its goal for the most urgent emergencies, but when it comes to everything else, response times are slipping. So let's take a look at some of these numbers. The new data shows San Diego police are meeting their 7-minute target for the most urgent priority 0 emergencies like a shooting or a stabbing, but response times for every other category are falling behind. The main factor here is obviously staffing levels, that and overtime cuts, high turnover, and competition from higher paying agencies are all putting a strain on the number of officers we have on the streets. Now, responses are slower to lower priority calls like Priority 1, for example, that include burglaries in progress and domestic violence. They now average about 36 minutes, more than double the 14-minute goal. And according to the president of the San Diego Police Officers Association, that 36-minute average actually spiked last month. Take a listen.
Staffing is a huge crisis. It continues to be a crisis over the last decade or so, getting worse from 2020 on. And what happens with staffing is it causes a lot of problems for the community, particularly with high response times, increased overtime, which costs extra money, and we're seeing that time and time again.
And there we heard from the San Diego Police Officers Association. We are also reaching out to the San Diego Police Department for a comment, but we do know they are budgeted for about 2,000 officers, and right now they have about 200 vacancies, and they have more than 100 officers still in training, so they are very short-staffed. Marcella and Carlo, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Brian. From bike safety to childproofing, there is a lot that parents can learn to keep their kids safe. And Rady Children's Hospital is stepping in to help to mark National Injury Prevention Day. That's today. The hospital held a community event today, helping parents, caregivers, and patients understand some of the most common and preventable injury risks that children face with things like e-bikes.
We have seen over 200 e-bike injuries since the first of the year. That is incredibly large. It's completely preventable.
Nurses shared which classes kids can take before riding e-bikes, as well as what type of helmet to wear. They also talked about dog bites and the signs parents should be on alert for. All of the information shared at today's event can be found on the hospital's website.
Home sales are heating up across San Diego County. October sales in the county rose nearly 3% from September and more than 6% compared to last year. Statewide home sales hit their highest level since February. The median price for a single-family home in San Diego County was $985,000 last month, down slightly from September. The California Association of Realtors says housing demand has been steadily improving for 3 months straight, despite mortgage rates ticking up since late October. A new push to have California's wealthiest foot the bill for potential federal cuts.
While critics say it's easier said than done, still ahead. Plus, the sentence handed down to a man caught on camera amid a violent rampage inside an East County business.
And later, we're hearing from the landlord of a troubled and now shuttered pet cremation business. That's coming up.